during a game, and I'll bet you probably can. In fact, I'll bet you that you can on Utah. You can probably wager on things like it's bases loaded. Dodgers have the bases loaded against the Padres bullpen in the 8th. What's going to happen?
Oh, like real-time bets?
Yeah, like they got that?
Absolutely exists. Doesn't exist on Utah. So we're kind of entry level, want to make it accessible. But as you get more advanced, and there are plenty of other digital mobile sports wagering apps where you can literally do exactly what you're talking about. Probably up to and including whether the next pitch is going to be a ball or a strike.
Wow. All right. There you go. There's Michael Kirshner jumping back in. We haven't spoken to Michael since, I'm telling you, the end of the NCAA basketball tournament. Now, Mike, before we get going here, dude, I want to tell you, I got my second vaccination earlier today. And I didn't.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. So far, no real effects of the shot. Like Alex here, Alex, how many hours do you think it was after that you really got knocked down?
Not during the show, like when it really, really hit me was about 24 hours after.
Yeah, I've heard that. About 24 hours after the first shot. Yeah. So I don't feel, just my left arm, I got to admit, not that it hurts. Dude, it's freaking like numb. My left arm. Michael,
did you feel the second shot more than the first shot? Like the actual shot? Did you?
I think so.
I'm not sure if my arm was stiff this time, but I felt that. I was like, oh, little prick this time,
So this is funny because I got mine yesterday, second one yeday, Pfizer. So I'm 24 hours ahead of you.
Team Pfizer.
Pfizer gang.
My arm kills. It's the only side effect I have right now. I still feel fine.
Have you done anything like, did you take any Tylenol or ibuprofen or any sort of over-the-counter anti-inflammatory?
I took Advil this morning, and then my wife's like, you're not supposed to take Advil. And I researched it, and it's totally fine. You're totally fine.
They tell you to take Tylenol instead, but yeah.
It's funny you say that because my mother today, she's such a yenta. She calls me and she says, it's been 3 weeks since you got your first shot. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know the date. She goes, well, I mean, didn't you know before you went? I'm like, Ma, they sent me a text. They sent me an email. She goes, who sends a text and an email? I said, I don't know, like the state of California.
The same mother? I'm laughing because it sounds exactly like something my mother would say in the same Yenta accent that you're giving right now.
She goes, but I don't think it's been 3 weeks. And I said, well, look, I had the card. She goes, let me see the card. I'm like, no, but I went. And the person who saw it, they had the card. I had a QR code. So I don't know if it was 3 weeks or 2 weeks. All I know is that's when I was supposed to. She badgered the witness this morning, my mother.
You guys know I'm watching The Sopranos for the first time ever. Oh. And the first two seasons, the first season, the mom's in it a lot. And then obviously the actress passed away. But every time she was on screen, the only thing I could think about was Scott impersonating his mom. Every time because the voice,
she is brilliant in that show. She was brilliant in that show.
Yeah.
And that is, I want to rewatch it. That's been on my list of things. I'm surprised I didn't get to it during
HBO Max, man. It's right there.
I want to rewatch it, started from start to finish. It is such a good show.
Yeah, my mother, she is such a freaking yenta. It's unbelievable, It is. Dude, and I feel
Jackie
bad.
Jr., man.
Say again?
Jackie Jr., what is you doing? He gets my what is you doing? I just saw that episode last night. My goodness.
What happened? Remind me. Refresh my memory.
Spoiler alert! From 2001, Jackie Jr. Robbed the Soprano crew, and then he went to like the ghetto, and then they shot him in the back of the head.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was that episode or a future episode, but I was going to say I don't think it turns out too good for that.
Yeah, I don't remember that one. I don't even remember. Maybe I got to go back and rewind.
Can I say one other thing real quick because I'm looking at Browner and the 7 Mile Casino thing. There's a casino in San Diego where you can play table games outdoors. That sounds amazing.
Yeah. So what it is during COVID, when they shut down these casinos, like restaurants and everything else, right? These guys at 7 Mile Casino, they said, well, wait a second, we got to get back to action. So they said, well, if the restaurants can create outdoor restaurants, why can't we create an outdoor casino? So they built, Michael, like a tent pavilion that you would see at like an Oscar party kind of thing. Yeah. And then inside it's completely badass. So it's a total casino outdoors underneath a tent. Amazing.
I got to come out because they're, to me, like you go to Vegas, right? And they have some table games sometimes around the pools at like the Wynn and whatnot. And there's nothing I like more than like dripping wet coming out of the pool in my bathing suit, handing the dealer like some really wet $20 bills and throwing craps in my bathing suit around those.
You put a shirt on when you go to the craps table by the pool, or you still shirtless?
Some little column A, little column B, just depends on how I'm feeling.
You gotta be shirtless, man, so you can get the dice roll correct.
Yeah.
And freedom.
Well,
you need arm freedom.
How do you feel? Like me, I think I'd have to like put on a shirt. I'm like, I'm so disgusting. Nobody wants to touch my boobs.
Come on, man. It's day 4 of your diet.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, if you name the diet will go better. You are discouraged about this diet because it doesn't have a name. I'm telling you. It's all about the mind.
Hey, Michael Kirshner from Utah Sports is here today. And Mike, you taught us a lot about betting on football during the football season. We're trying to get more into it because I'm telling you right now, I've been reading so many articles about how important gambling is ultimately going to be, particularly on sports radio, because younger men are the ones who are doing all of the wagering. And so they're using all these sites and apps, and they're actually coming to sports radio more than ever, kind of looking for gambling talk. And I've never done it. So I'm interested in learning it. So,
I'm your guy. Let's talk a little bit about baseball, because there are some differences between baseball and basketball and football, right? So the most popular bet in baseball is essentially just a straight money line bet where you're picking the winner of the game. Spreads are tricky in baseball. Usually every spread is a run and a half. They usually spreads are a run and a half in baseball games, but then they juice the odds one way or another. So I would say 80+% of the action when people are betting baseball is just straight on the money line, which means, if you look at really great game tonight, right? Dodgers Padres. If you look at the game tonight, Kershaw against Darvish. So the Dodgers are listed as a -140 favorite, which means you have to bet $140 to win $100 on the Dodgers. Conversely, the Padres are +130 underdogs, meaning that if you bet $100 and they win, you win 130. And that's the most popular. That's the most popular way to bet a baseball game. There are over/under run lines, as well as there are straight run lines. Like I said, if you're betting the run line, the Dodgers are +1.5, right? So they can lose by a run and you'd still win the bet, but it's -170. So to make that bet, you'd have to bet $170 to win 100. Conversely, Kershaw and the Dodgers are -1.5, so they'd have to win by 2 runs, and it's +150. So if you bet 100, you'd win 150 if the Dodgers win by 2 or more runs. So
all right, I got totally confused there. So don't let me. Did everybody else follow that, Browner?
Yeah.
You look confused like I look confused.
I was about to ask a question about prop bets.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. Before you do though, hold on, because I was trying to follow along with what you were saying, and I got confused somewhere along the line. I'm on Utah's app right now. I've got the Padres +150 and the Dodgers -180.
That's right. So I'm looking at another sport book.
I think you're looking at last night's game, Scott. Today, Friday, April 23rd. It's Dodgers -150, Padres +130.
Dude, you're so right. So how did I? Okay, so I guess I must have had. I wonder why I've got yesterday's game.
It shows the results of yesterday's game.
Yep.
So where do I get today's game on Utah?
It should, if you go to Pro Baseball, it's I think the 4th or 5th listed game.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, here I come. All right.
That's why you're confused, because you don't have
I'm
the
totally
game.
confused. That's why I got confused.
So on Utah, the Dodgers are
let me know. Tell me what they are.
I have -150 here, Mike.
All right, I do too. I have -150 and I have the Padres +130. Does that sound right?
That sounds right.
Okay, so I bet $100 on the Padres to win 130.
Exactly.
That's right.
Or I bet 150 on the Dodgers to win 100.
Bing, go.
Exactly right.
Okay. Now, the over I think is 6.5.
Right.
So over under 6.5. So I can bet -120. So I can bet $120. I bet $100 on the Padres to win 120, or I bet 100 on the Dodgers to win 100.
Well, no, you're talking over under. You're conflating over under and the team line.
See how I'm confused?
Over under is a total of the runs scored by both teams.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. So if the total of the game goes over, if the score is 4-3, that's 7 runs. That would put it over. You'd have to bet 120 to win 100.
Okay.
But if you go under, and if it's 6 runs or less, it's actually an even money bet. So you'd bet 100 to win 100.
Okay. And the Dodgers are favored by a run and a half. So if I say that the Padres are going to cover the run and a half, they either cover by winning or they cover by losing by only a run.
That's correct, but the line is really juiced. At least it is on the one I'm looking at. For that to happen, if you take the Padres plus 1.5, getting the extra 1.5 runs, you actually have to bet 170 to win 100.
Got it.
Yep.
Got it.
And if you take the Dodgers to win by more than 2 runs, if you bet 100, you win 150.
That's right.
So if you think the Dodgers are going to win by a lot, it's really not, though.
Let me add another wrinkle to this, too. We don't offer it on Utah, but most sports books do. There's also what's called a first 5 bet. So tonight, you got Kershaw, you got Darvish, 2 aces going at it. When you're kind of handicapping the game, the first thing you think about is who's the starting pitcher. But the reality is, in today's day and age, they're probably not pitching the 8th and the 9th inning, right? So in Major League Baseball, there's what's called a first 5 bet. And they set a total different line just based on the first 5 innings of the game, and the bet gets settled after the 5th inning. So you can really take into account who the starting pitchers are.
That's what I like. Those are the type of things that I like. I'm a prop bet guy, trying to figure these things out and do the rocket science. I mean, that's cool for other people who are deeply hardcore into it. I want to have fun inning by inning. Like, I want things to happen. Oh, will this person hit a home run? Will this person ground into a double play? Those are the type of bets that I like to make. So I guess I'm more of a Super Bowl prop better kind of guy than I am a straight line out betting kind of guy.
Yeah, there's a great there are lots of fun baseball props. Like the props, like will either team score in the first inning is a popular one. Will there be a hit in every inning is another popular one. Total number of hits, teams to score first. There's lots of fun things that you can do in baseball. But we were talking at the top, right? I mean, there are these like micro props now that happen in real time where there are places where you can bet pitch by pitch, which is just
like I want to bet where I want to bet that Tatis is going to hit a home run tonight. Mm-hmm. Like, is that possible on Utah, or is that a custom bet that I can create on Utah?
There's definitely a custom bet. I'm not sure if that's in our prop.
Let me tell everybody who's here while he's figuring this out. This is Michael Kirshner. He is one of the founders of Utah Sports, UDDA, like Utah Man. We've had a lot of great friends download their app and play in our games as we've all tried to figure out like how to gamble around sports. But the nice part about Utah, at least for us so far, is nobody's using real money. Everybody's using what are called Utah bucks, and you can win those Utah bucks. Like every time you go there, you spin the wheel, they give you more. I hadn't been there for a little while. When I pulled back in, they incentivized me by giving me 5,000 more. You can refer friends and get points. So, I mean, I'm sitting on a big old bank of nearly 400K. So I'm ready to make some wagers.
Well, listen, we all know on this show, until Michael corrected this error, you were getting all of the great friends. Hey, you signed up, so the person who gave you the sign up, they get points. And you were getting all those points for a long time. Don't sit here and act like you were the betting wizard, and so you got all this money because you're like a betting wizard.
I mean, clearly, Browner, he doesn't understand over-unders. He clearly didn't win that money.
Right. Browner, make no mistake. I'm not sitting on a bank of 400 large because I've wagered wisely and I'm good. Okay. I'm sitting on a bank of 400 large because I referred a bunch of friends and they came in through my promo code. If you want your own promo code, you talk to Kirshner.
Everybody, by the way, you have a custom promo code, but everybody has the ability to refer friends.
Yes.
And when you refer friends, you earn Utah bucks. I think it's 15,000 right now. So
that's right. It is.
If you refer a friend, and you can refer an unlimited number of friends, and obviously you have great friends who have been very good to Utah, and we thank them. But anybody can refer friends and earn Utah bucks, and that's the right. If you need more Utah bucks, you can always go into the in-app purchase more Utah bucks. But there are so many other ways to earn Utah bucks, from the spin and win to referring friends to winning bets, winning contests. So
All right, I want to say
Scott,
this.
can I refer to you real quick to the bottom left of your app?
Yep.
Where it says Masvidal versus Usman.
I planned on getting there. Yes, sir. Keep going.
Because I just dropped 10 G's on the Cuban, Jorge Masvidal. To upset, only because it's such big odds. I think Usman wins the fight, but it's such big odds towards Masvidal that a $10,000 bet gets you $35,000 if you win.
What about over 4.5 rounds?
See, that's a good one because they did go 5 the first fight, but I felt as if Usman wasn't taking any chances. He knew he was going to win because Masvidal was so out of shape. I think this one's a finish this time around. I think this one's a finish. Either Usman ground and pound or Masvidal surprises the world with a knockout.
All right, so I'm going to tell you what I'm doing right now. I'm going to make such a large wager.
100 G's, man. You got the money. You got the bankroll.
On who?
Yeah.
I'm also wagering on Masvidal because I think this fight, it either goes the distance and Usman wins, and frankly, kind of wins easily, or Masvidal knocks him out, or there's a submission of some kind, because that, to me, that's the only way Masvidal can win is a fight. A puncher has to knock somebody out, and a wrestler just has to put somebody on the ground and just lay on them.
As great as Usman has been, he doesn't really have knockout power, which is surprising because he's huge. He's more of a wrestler, more of a ground and pound guy. So I kind of see it, Scott. If Usman wins, this probably goes 5.
Yeah, you could actually hedge your bet and take Masvidal because he's such a big underdog, and then you could actually take the over.
So what is your official fight prediction?
Well, I'm going to take Masvidal because I'm a huge Masvidal fan. I like the character. You know, and by the way, you know what? Masvidal, he's been waiting for this opportunity for a long time.
How long?
Talking long time.
Inside joke. Michael doesn't get it.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Michael, John Browner went face to face against both Masvidal and Usman. And actually, we interviewed Masvidal first. He sent a message to Usman through Browner. And then when Browner delivered the message to Usman, Browner took on the Masvidal character and started talking trash to Usman in his face for a solid 5 minutes. A long 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I gotta look this up. Is this?
Oh, dude. It was
on the show yesterday.
Perfect. I'll find it. That's amazing.
Is it YouTube clipped too, Alex? Is it like a standalone YouTube clip? I'm not really sure.
Yeah, it's part of the Super Bowl. Like, I don't know.
No, I was talking about yesterday's thing. Did it make it as an individual?
Oh,
clip?
yeah, it's on Twitter somewhere.
Yeah. Dude, check it out at Kaplan Crew on Twitter. It's hilarious.
I will.
Browner. That's right. A long time.
We try to stop Browner, and then Usman's like, no. Let the man go. Let the man go.
Yeah. He kept going, yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. You pulling up, huh? You pulling up? No. You pulling up on me. I'm the champ. You pulling up. I ain't pulling up.
I'm the king of the mountain. You ain't coming
right
to
now.
the mountain.
Listen, I was ready for whatever. That's all I was saying.
That was like the time I almost kicked Sean Merriman's ass. Remember?
That was the same day.
It was the same day.
The same day.
20 minutes later.
That was the best show we did at Super Bowl.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Michael Kirshner, we're sending everybody to Yuta. Download the Yuta app, Yuta Sports, UDDA, Yuta Man. Mike, thanks for our first lesson on how to bet baseball. We appreciate you, buddy.
Anytime. We'll talk more about it as the season keeps going.
All right, man. I'll talk to you soon.